because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, let me ask you this. What if one of the most powerful figures in entertainment was facing accusations that could not only destroy his legacy, but potentially implicate his family? And what if I told you things just took a shocking turn that nobody saw coming? Yeah, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the chaos surrounding Diddy's legal battles, his alleged co-conspirators, and the drama that's unfolding faster than you can say RICO charges. All right, so here's the tea.
There has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not.
Diddy, yes, the iconic music mogul who's been dominating the industry for decades, is reportedly locked in what some are calling the gamble of a lifetime. The federal prosecutors have been circling, and now they're ready to drop names.
They're not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward.
And not just any names, y'all. We're talking co-conspirators, bank accounts, and, well, let's just say skeletons from every corner of the closet. But wait, let's rewind for a sec, because things have gotten so messy that it's hard to keep track. The feds made a bold announcement recently, claiming they're ready to reveal Diddy's alleged co-conspirators this March. And if you're thinking, okay, but what's the big deal? Then you haven't been paying attention. This isn't just about pointing fingers. This is about unraveling a web of power, money, and some deeply uncomfortable allegations. Now, here's where it gets wild. Instead of staying quiet or trying to negotiate behind the scenes,
on the case that is unfolding there regarding Sean Diddy Combs,
the judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs. Of course, this was the hip-hop mogul's latest bid for freedom as he remains in federal jail for his racketeering and trafficking.
Diddy is allegedly demanding the feds show their cards early, like really early. He's pushing for February. Yep, he's basically saying, bring it on. But here's the catch. Legal experts are calling this a high-stakes gamble, and if it backfires, it could spell disaster. Not just for Diddy, but potentially for his family too. Keep watching, because we're about to get into the tea about who might be involved, and trust me, it's jaw-dropping. So let's talk about these alleged co-conspirators. The prosecutors are hinting at something major. They're ready to name names, and sources are speculating that Diddy's inner circle, including some of his family members, could be dragged into this mess. Yep.
Rapper P. Diddy in the United States have been raided as part of an investigation into sex trafficking. Federal law enforcement agents with guns drawn have been seen swarming the star's Los Angeles and Miami houses.
You heard that right. Diddy's own sons, Christian and Justin, are reportedly under scrutiny. Now, before you go, wait, what? Let me break it down for you. There's talk that Diddy's sons may have been involved in facilitating certain, shall we say, questionable activities, whether it's moving money, coordinating with third parties, or something more serious. The feds seem to think there's enough evidence to connect the dots. And if Diddy's kids get caught up in this, well, that could push him to spill even more tea in an attempt to protect them. It's giving family first, but like with a twist of chaos.
Or whether down the line there'll be additional charges and additional defendants on the indictment.
And speaking of chaos, let's not forget about those infamous RICO charges. If you're wondering what exactly those are, let me simplify it. RICO charges are basically the legal equivalent of throwing the book at someone. They're used to take down organized crime, and they cover everything from money laundering to intimidation. So yeah, it's serious. And Diddy's alleged involvement? Whoo, it's not looking good. One of the key pieces of evidence the prosecutors have is something called the Enterprise Letter. This document is like a roadmap of all the alleged shady dealings. It lays out the who, what, when, where, and how of the conspiracy. Bank accounts, transactions, dates, locations, it's all in there. The prosecutors want to release this letter 8 weeks before the trial, but Diddy's team is pushing for it to come out sooner. Why? Well, the earlier they get it, the more time they have to prepare a defense. But there's another angle to this. By forcing the feds to hand over the Enterprise Letter early, Diddy's team is hoping to throw a wrench in the investigation. You see, the prosecutors are still gathering evidence, and if they're forced to reveal their hand too soon, it could limit the charges they're able to bring. It's a risky move, but Diddy's team seems to think it's worth the gamble. Now let's get into the public perception side of things, because honestly, that's just as important as the legal battle. People are watching this case unfold like it's the latest Netflix drama, and the stakes couldn't be higher for Diddy's reputation reputation. If the allegations are true, this could be a legacy-destroying moment. And even if they're not, the mere association with these kinds of accusations can be devastating in the court of public opinion. But wait, it gets messier. Sources close to Diddy are saying he's tired of showing weakness and wants to confront these allegations head-on. Some are even comparing his approach to that of an anti-hero. Think John Wick, but like the chaotic version. The question is, will this strategy work, or is it just digging a deeper hole? And here's where it gets even more interesting. Legal analysts are pointing out that Diddy's insistence on a speedy trial could backfire in a big way. By rushing the process, his team might miss crucial details that could help his defense.
Diddy's son, Christian, aka King Combs, is now being sued, just like his father is. A woman filed a lawsuit against King, alleging that in late 2022, right before New Year's Eve, King assaulted her on a yacht, specifically sexually assaulted. There was a party going on, she was working it, and she claims that he started to hone in on her, groping her, trying to kiss her. She claims that she tried pushing him off of him, telling her that she didn't want it. And she claims that he continued pressing on and pressing on.
Plus, the prosecution isn't exactly thrilled about being pressured to move faster. They're arguing that Diddy's demands are unreasonable and could undermine the fairness of the trial. Oh, and did I mention the pretrial motions? Yeah, those are a whole other layer of drama. Diddy's legal team has been flooding the court with motions, which is basically a tactic to slow things down and exhaust the prosecutors. But the prosecutors aren't backing down. They're standing their ground, insisting that they need time to build a strong case. It's a back-and-forth battle, and honestly, it's hard to say who's winning. Now, here's the kicker. If Diddy's gamble pays off, he could potentially reduce his sentence significantly. Instead of facing decades behind bars, he might walk away with just a few years. But if it doesn't work, well, let's just say the consequences could be catastrophic. And remember, this isn't just about Diddy. The fallout could impact everyone around him, from his business associates to his family. So, what's next? Well, all eyes are on the judge's decision.
Oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes. Sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago, it was the ankle bracelet, the ankle monitor.
If the judge sides with Diddy and allows the enterprise letter to be released early, we could see some major revelations in the coming weeks. But if the judge rules in favor of the prosecution, Diddy's team will have to regroup and figure out their next move. Either way, the clock is ticking and the drama is far from over. But let's talk about the bigger picture here. This case isn't just about Diddy or his family, it's also about the power dynamics in the entertainment industry. The allegations against Diddy highlight a darker side of fame, one where influence and money can allegedly shield people from accountability. If the prosecutors succeed, it could set a precedent that even the most powerful figures can't escape the law. And what about Diddy's fans? They're divided. Some are standing by him, insisting that he's innocent until proven guilty. Others are distancing themselves, unwilling to support someone who's facing such serious accusations. This split is reflective of a broader societal shift, where public figures are increasingly held accountable for their actions, both legally and morally. It's also worth mentioning how this case could impact Diddy's businesses. From his record label to his vodka brand, everything he's built is at risk. Sponsors and partners are likely watching closely, waiting to see how this plays out before making any moves. The ripple effects could be massive, not just for Diddy, but for everyone connected to him. And let's not forget about the media coverage. The way this case is being reported will play a huge role in shaping public opinion. Some outlets are focusing on the legal details, while others are diving into the more sensational aspects of the story. Either way, the narrative is being written in real time, and it's clear that this is a story people won't stop talking about anytime soon. As we wrap this up, let's take a moment to consider the human element. Behind the headlines and legal jargon are real people whose lives are being turned upside down. Whether it's Diddy, his family, or the alleged victims, everyone involved is facing immense pressure. It's a reminder that, at the end of the day, these high-profile cases are about more than just entertainment. They're about justice, accountability, and the impact of power. But here's another angle to think about. What if this case becomes a blueprint for similar high-profile prosecutions? Legal experts are already debating whether this could open the door to more aggressive actions against other influential figures in Hollywood and beyond. The entertainment world could see a ripple effect, making some insiders rethink their actions and alliances. And let's talk about the timeline. With so many moving parts, the next few weeks are going to be crucial. Every decision, every motion, and every public statement will play a role in shaping the outcome. It's a waiting game, and it's one where every player, Diddy, the prosecutors, the media, and even the fans, has a stake. There's also the question of how this case could redefine Diddy's legacy. For years, he's been celebrated as a trailblazer, a mogul, and a cultural icon. But now, that legacy is under a microscope, and the final verdict could reshape how he's remembered for decades to come. Will he be seen as a cautionary tale, or as someone who fought back and reclaimed his narrative? And speaking of narratives, how about the impact on those closest to him? Friends, collaborators, and even former associates are likely weighing their options carefully. Will they stand by him, or will they distance themselves? These decisions could speak volumes about the dynamics of loyalty and self-preservation in the face of scandal. Let's not overlook the role of social media either. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram have become battlegrounds for public opinion.
Lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Hashtags, memes, and viral posts are shaping the discourse in real time, adding another layer of complexity to an already convoluted situation. It's a digital age phenomenon that's changing the way we engage with stories like this. And finally, what about the alleged victims? Their voices are at the heart of this case, and how they're represented will be crucial. Will they feel heard, or will their stories get overshadowed by the spectacle? This is a question that cuts to the core of what justice means in cases like these, and it's one that deserves our attention. All right, you guys, that's the latest on this unfolding saga. What do you think? Is Diddy's strategy bold or reckless? And how do you think this will all play out? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because you know we'll be keeping you updated on all the twists and turns. Until next time, stay messy, stay curious, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.